Good afternoon, Rutgers. I'm Weather Watcher Kennedy Scott here bringing you your Monday afternoon forecast for April 21st. Right now in New Brunswick, we are seeing mostly cloudy conditions. However, you might see the sun peeking out just a little bit at some parts. 60 degrees is our temperature. Feels like 60 out there. Humidity at 37%. Winds from the east-southeast at 5 miles an hour. Looking at those headlines for today, we do have a chance of showers tonight. Nothing here right now. And we will have a pleasant week this week other than those chance of showers. But unfortunately, more showers will hit us this weekend, about Friday or Saturday. So that's something to keep an eye out on. Current temperatures across the Garden State, everyone's pretty much in agreement with these mid to low 60s, 64 in Cherry Hill, 62 in Vinland. And then along the coast, we've got 57 Cape May, 51 in Brigantine. That's because they're still dealing with those cold Atlantic Ocean temperatures. And as we move on to the northern half of the state, we do see everyone here is pretty much in agreement with these 50s. We've got 57 in Lafayette, 58 in New Brunswick, and 64 in Trenton, where it's just a little bit warmer. Looking at the SPC Day 1 outlook, just to keep an eye on what's going on out the rest of the area, we do see that there is a marginal chance in the Ohio Valley. They're currently dealing with a little bit of bubble and convection. Nothing to deal with for us here, and outwards they do see a chance of thunderstorms, but nothing more. Like I said, with that convection, right here in New Jersey, we're only seeing just some clouds, no showers, but in the Pittsburgh and Erie region, they are dealing with some convection bubbling, and that is going to continue to bubble as they have that daytime heating. Nothing to worry about here. Those are just going to dissipate on their own around Pennsylvania, but we're not going to be dealing with it. Looking at the drought monitor for some good news, Middlesex County, pretty much the lower half of Middlesex County is dealing with no drought conditions. And other than that, we're dealing with some abnormally dry conditions still around the border of that. But we do still have moderate to severe drought in the South Jersey region, in the Pine Barrens, and up in North Jersey. Anywhere there's more trees than you think, there's going to be a little bit more drought. But it is expected to continue to improve as we still have continuous rainfall in the area. Looking at high temperatures just to see what we're dealing with for the rest of the week. 65 is a high in New Brunswick today. And as we continue on, it does start to get a lot warmer. 80 degrees tomorrow, and everyone else is pretty much in agreement with the southeast coast. But we do see it's going to be just a little bit colder on the latter half. But as we continue on, it does start to get warm for everyone. 75 here in New Brunswick, 78 in Pittsburgh. And as we continue on to Thursday, pretty much the same story. 76 here in New Brunswick, and temperatures are going to be up to 85 and 83 in the Ohio Valley. And as we continue onwards, we do see it does start to just get a little bit cooler in the mountainous regions of Asheville, but we're not going to see any of that relief anytime soon. Looking at the futurecast just to get a timeline for that rain, we do see the showers start to come in at 10:30 p.m. and they continue, get a little bit heavier at 1 a.m., heavier shower bands up in the upstate New York region, but it's not going to be that strong for us. And as we continue onwards, Tuesday, 7 a.m., we're going to start our day with just a little bit of clouds, maybe a residual sprinkle or two down in South Jersey, but nothing much here. Tonight, you can expect a chance of showers, mostly cloudy skies. Other than that, 54 degrees is our temperature, winds from the southeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour, sunrise at 6 to 9 a.m. Now, looking at that 7-day forecast, like I said, it is going to be pretty much pleasant for the rest of the week. Partly sunny skies with 79 degrees up to 80. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, pretty much the same story. Mostly sunny skies with 75, both very beautiful days. Friday, partly sunny skies with 72, but in the evening hours around 8 p.m., 9 p.m., there's going to be a chance of showers, and that is going to continue on into Saturday, where we're pretty much just going to have a consistent slew of showers. 72 degrees as that temperature. Sunday, sunny skies just to offset the two very polar opposite days. Sunny skies with 71 for the weekend. Monday, partly cloudy skies with 72. So with the exception of Saturday, it's going to be a very beautiful week. It's going to be very spring-like, and it is something to be enjoyed. And as always, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm Weather Watcher Kennedy Scott, and have a great rest of your day, Rutgers.